Connecting Point. I am Dr. Marcy, your facilitator for this discussion today. This is the place where creators connect to inspire, share their ideas and stories, to transform the world through raw and unedited talk. Now, audience, I am here with my brother, I call him, and he's already had me laughing because, that's what he does. This is Raffel Smith, and he is, let's see, a comedian. Let's just go ahead and say it. He's a short film producer and a comedian and a longtime friend. Welcome to the Connected Point, Raffel.
I am so honored to be here. And I want to say a shout out right now. I want to thank God for my little sister, Marcy, and happy again belated birthday to you, sweetheart. You're looking
And
so
same
young.
and same to you. Audience, our birthdays are right at each other. He's on the 20th and I'm on the what? 21st of February. So we're
And
both.
I love you, but I'm 19. That's how brothers and sisters are. We forget stuff,
Oh,
right?
that's right, 19. That's right, right.
That's okay. That's
You must have
okay. And
called
you're
me
on the
on the
20.
20th to remind me. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But anyway, our birthdays are close together. Now, I must tell the connecting point, thus the name of this platform. Well, I think we connected at the flea market, didn't we?
Years
Yeah.
ago.
Years
Many years.
ago. I mean, like, I think it might have been, I don't know, was it 2000 and
6, 7.
somewhere around in there? Yeah, it's been a long time ago. However, this gentleman walked in the flea market, which we had here in Douglas County. And what was I doing when you met me, Rafi?
For teaching music to these young kids, and I was so impressed, and I wanted to join that class immediately. And I would think I went to one class, and this little kid outdid me, and I wanted to quit. And how old
Yeah.
that kid? I think the kid about 8. I'm like, I quit.
Well, audience, I could tell you this. I've always been kind of like a risk taker, but I tried something out. I started teaching music in a flea market. I
Risk taker,
paid
you was
I,
very
I paid booth rental at a flea market.
okay.
And I set up, decorated my booth, and I taught music at a flea market. Some people thought I was crazy, but not Raphael.
Hey, but you're being modest because you paid boot rent, but you never charged anybody. You always came out your pocket. You always done things from the heart. And I'll look at you. I think your birthday, you always bought people gifts. Wasn't that right? You always buy people gifts for your birthday or something?
I used to do that. I did. I used to
Yeah,
do
that was so sweet. I said, who in the world does that? You know, I was trying to
I don't do that
get you.
anymore though, Raphael.
Oh, dang it. Dr. Marcy, now you should be really buying cars now.
Well, hey. Y'all, I'm sorry, audience, but this is how we communicate. We really do. But anyway, this
Exactly.
gentleman, he walked into the flea market and I did charge though, Raphael, but it was very, very minimal.
Very cheap. I mean, penny. $8, $7, something like
Yeah, it was
that.
real cheap. Might have been 10. I don't know. And I don't know. But yeah, it was very minimal. However, even after leaving the flea market, I went to a school to teach it, and
Hmm.
he shows up again. But hey, that's
We hooked for life now,
yeah,
sis.
we just and so this brother here is dear to me. He's taught me through some situations and made me laugh through all of them.
Hey.
But one thing I remember most, and I will never forget you for, never.
Mm.
And that was when I was low.
Oh.
And I remember you called me one day. I don't know how many years ago this was. And you
Mm.
said, you was on my mind. What's going on, sis? And I said, my battery's dead in my car, and I don't have any money to get another one. I did. I told him that. I did this. I'm telling this for a reason because you know, you people have, there's been struggle. You understand me? There's been struggle. This life has not been peachy cream. And I told him, I said, I don't have any money to get me a better, and I need to be somewhere by. He said, "Give me your bank account information, please." That's all he said.
Really? I can't remember.
You
God,
didn't
so long
remember,
ago.
and he put that money in my bank account for me to get that battery. So I will never, ever, ever forget that. He's also donated. He called me one day and said, "I got some keyboards. Don't you have some students that need a keyboard?" Brought keyboards
Yeah.
to my house.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of brother we talking about right here. Yep.
You know, you touching me right now because uh, I'm like the Bible said, don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. And I believe that if we all can just do that, do something and turn our back and say, just help somebody else. And that's what you do. But things happen in my life, excuse me, because I got sick 2020. Matter of fact, I was this close on my life. I had a massive stroke. And I was um, looking at my phone, sent it to some relatives about a couple of days ago, and they was all shocked. They never saw the picture, and I felt so bad. I showed them because they started crying, like, "Oh my God, you was," and I am so blessed because people don't realize when you get a stroke, they don't know what you go through. People don't realize my pupils was shaking, and I'm fine now. Just bright light in my face. But I remember I felt like I wasn't worthy. I wanted to live. And I hear the voice of God in the spirit saying, "Is that all you think I could do for you? I
Mm.
mean, is that it?" And I had to stop. And then I heard God's voice twice in my life, and I begged him not to talk to me. People say, "You're supposed to say that." You say that, but I know I'm in the house in a room by myself and I hear a voice. But I asked the Lord to speak to me in the spirit. And I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and the Lord put something in my heart. And he said this. He says, "How can I open doors when you haven't even closed doors?"
Whoa.
And I've
Oh.
a lot in life that, and I had to write that down because I like, whoa, I started
Mm.
screaming.
That's
My
good.
daughter said, "Dad, amen." And that's what God telling all us. I think we are selfish people. We get something like the piano, the organ I donated. Someone bought it for me. I must have had it about 6 months to a year, just sitting in the corner. And I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, somebody need this. And and I had no ill feelings. I just, hey, take this. And she's saying thank you, but I feel so good just giving. But it's people like you in my life that make me want to live because I'm gonna tell you something. I am praying A to Z. A brother don't even know out there, don't even know who this woman really is. If they know who you really are, whoo, my God. Mm-mm-mm. This is a woman of God, strong woman, and we had a bond like that. And what I loved about it, about our relationship, people say, "Oh, men and women can't communicate." The devil's a lie
Yeah, that's a lie.
because it's always mutual. We always laugh and, hey man, cry together. But what touched me mostly, I love how you raise your kids. They're so respectable and they're adults now. And I'm like, God, and you look so young. Look at you.
Well,
Oh
listen,
my
when you
God.
live a blessed life, that's what happens. It,
Huh?
when you live a blessed life, that's what happens. Look at you.
Look at you. I just hit in my 60s.
Yeah, you're in
Hello.
your 60s now, right?
Oh man, and 13 grandkids, one great grand. And
Wow.
I am so blessed, you know. Well, I think I'll be blessed when one of them get my wallet back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, listen here. I just remember so many things about you, and even before you married Jackie.
Yep.
Um, see, y'all, I knew him before he got married. The second time.
Okay. We got to add on. Now we're adding.
But even before then, he knew that I was single, well, divorced, and he would always call me and say, "Listen, what brother, what a brother at that's supposed to be marrying you? What he still does that to me now." Um, so y'all, this is the kind
Oh, man.
of brother this is.
You know, it's funny you said that. I think women, for me as a man, a heterosexual man, I love being friends with women and men because the opposite sex, they said attracts, but what it does, it educates, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and let's see things a beautiful thing. And when you can just say, gosh, I could have went anywhere with you. You my dog, my ride or die, man. And this here sitting here right now communicating, and I'm thinking, Jesus, and oh my God, I got a little, you don't hear, I got a little kind of glossy eye behind these glasses. I look at you, you are so beautiful. And I wish the God, I'm praying for
Thank
the
you.
God, a good man, God, gonna call me and say, Ralph, I'm getting married. Uh-oh. I gotta turn on the showers then. Because I
Well,
know that's
the Lord said, the word said, he who findeth a wife
a man.
findeth
Okay.
a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So I already know whoever it is, this is the favor they waiting on. Right.
Okay,
Y'all,
now.
you know what? We don't need to start this. Raphael will have me on here cutting up. I'm gonna tell you.
You check this out. You know what? But you called me weeks ago and you said you was gonna interview me on a podcast. I'm like, what? And you have a podcast, and for you to acknowledge, I have people don't even realize I've done tons of short films
Yep.
and true stories. People don't realize that these are true stories that I take from other people. I change the names. Stand up comedy. Speaking of stand up comedy, I bombed at a show about a month ago. Totally bombed. But you know what? I'm in my car praying, and I asked the Lord to speak through me. And I remember God was not there. I went on the stage and did something totally odd. The first line came out of my mouth. I said this. I don't trust none of y'all. Ooh, what did I say that for? I don't trust nobody. Everybody got quiet, and I'm like, God, what am I doing? And I realized it was a vulgar. The host was real vulgar. I don't use no
Yeah, you don't
bad language,
language.
and God didn't want me there. And a couple of days later, the Holy Spirit came to me and said, "You may have lost that race, but you didn't lose the battle."
Mm.
And then that's why I'm going. And right now I'm involved. I'm on a men's talk show. It's called King's Talk.
Mhm.
And I'm TB 1061 about four of the gentlemen topics. And I'm teaching acting because if people don't know this,
Mhm.
Lionsgate about 10 minutes from me are
Yes, it's
opening
right
up
down the
soon.
street from us, right?
But
Upstairs
I
in the
live there.
neighborhood.
Exactly. And people need to get the experience. I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm teaching a lot of different subjects in acting. I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be coming to the open doors. I can't wait. In about a couple of weeks from now, I'll be posting. I'll be giving you the information later. But far as that, I'm going to tell you something. I am so blessed. I'm so blessed because I'm with a beautiful woman that really warms my heart. She's my heart. I'm gonna tell you something. She stuck with me through thick and thin.
Yes.
I mean, it's kind of bad to tell you this, but February 16th of this month, I had to go to the doctor. because I was feeling my leg, and I say, feel like a little soreness.
Mhm.
And I remember the doctor told me you're not supposed to rub it because it could be a blood clot. I can move it, so I didn't do that. So I told my wife, I came from the park, I took a shower, went to the hospital, and guess what? They found two blood clots,
Wow.
but it was under my skin. They call it a superficial vein. It wasn't a DVT in my arteries. So
Mhm.
what happened? They didn't put me back on medication, thank God. And I just went to the park today and do 3 miles. Drink a lot of plenty of water, exercise. I watch what I eat mostly. But speaking of February 16th, 4 years ago, February 16th is when I had my massive stroke.
Wow.
Can you believe that? And I hear the Spirit of God speaking to me. God says, I'm still watching you.
Mm.
And I'm like, so I don't have any big dreams anymore. Doing films, I love doing films. I like being behind the camera. I love to see people perform and they say, I'm so glad that I took this class, I've done this because I mean, being behind the scenes, it's the best thing. That means you can see your work through people.
But
And that's a
Raphael, I beg to differ here. You said you don't have big dreams anymore. That's not true because you just called me last week and said something you're doing now. So listen, yes, yes, you do have big dreams.
Stevie Wonder online.
You
I'm
do have
sorry.
big dreams. And you should always have big dreams because the bigger they are, the more you're going to need God to help you get it done. So you do.
Clarify. When I say big dreams, I don't have that young man mentality.
Oh, I
I'm
got
gonna go out there and get a car, all these women. I mean, really. I mean, it's like my mind thinking, really?
it's
Okay.
thinking like a grown man. See,
I'm sorry.
a grown
Yeah.
man thinks that way.
Okay, if you call me that, okay.
But Raphael, I didn't even tell. We got so engulfed in the conversation. But I want you to tell the audience, where are you from?
Oh, I was born in Mississippi by midwife. And then I was raised in New Orleans, went to high school, about a few years of college. And then in the year 1982, I left to go to California. I was there about 30 years. And that's when I got into entertainment, film, and theatrical, and teaching acting at various agencies like John Robert Powers, Just for Kids. And a shout out, she's gone home. Carmen Greenfield, she's deceased now. That one sweet white lady looked at me and said, it's something about you. She tucked me in. I mean, it's all white people. There's one black face, it's me. She made me assistant casting director. I say, why me? She said, because something about you is your inside, and you just have a warm spirit that inviting, that everybody is a friend, and it just touched me. And from then on there, I've just pursuing it in all my work because I have so many films out. It's like a lot of it not even online. But if anybody know about film, they got people in Hollywood got films for 15 and 20 years have never been seen. Distribution, it's a lot of politics. So so if you can get a shot with your film being shown, that's good. But
And
this,
then
but
too,
but
you do short film. So a lot of people are not as familiar with short film, but you do real life stories. And there's one that you posted again recently, but you did it some years ago because I remember when you did it, and it was a wife who was in a relationship that with her husband, of course, and he was in another relationship on the side, you know,
yeah, he was
and
sexual. Yeah.
yes, that was deep. But you've had many real life situations in your film. Why do you choose to do short film about real life events?
Uh, you guys familiar with the movie Hidden Figures?
Yeah.
let's be honest. How many of us ever known that it was a black woman that got to the moon because a black woman was mathematics? And what I'm saying to you is that it's just that a story's been buried. They have tons of stories out there. And then we got real life stories that people don't talk about what goes on in the homes. Just because you see a Tyler Perry, great producer, actor, but everything isn't always funny. They got serious stories, marriages breaking up, kids leaving, and drugs in the home, and I mean, lifestyle, the way some people living. And I think the story should be told. It's not saying it's okay, but just be aware that we understand you're not the only one going through it. And in a conclusion, I have abuse. Oh my God, I have dirty cops. I have so
Yeah,
many
I seen the
films that are
dirty
young.
cop one. Yeah,
Yeah, that was me. Okay,
yeah, that was you.
but I have another film. Maybe I should explain what short films, the difference between
Yes,
short films
please.
and
Yes, do that, please.
uh, anything that consider a short film can be 5 minutes. It could be a 2 minute. 5, 10, 15, anything over 30 minutes is considered feature. Anything less than 30 minutes or 30 minutes is considered, short film. And people don't understand that. But you can say a lot, just like comedy. You can get a 5 minute set and say a lot. You could be accepted or not accepted. But if we have an open heart, I have something right now, Marcy, and it's so deep. It's so deep. And all I can tell you is it's a Ballon Victorian.
Mm.
Uh, and you love the film because we see him on the podium receiving this high award, and his name is Jeffrey Johnson, and he tells his story. But before the movie starts, he said, "My name Jeffrey Johnson." You see that guy receiving the highest honor received in the city, state of Georgia, and he says, "Did I
Sound,
lose you?"
your sound just went kind of muffled. What happened with your sound? It came.
Do you hear me now?
I can now. Yes.
I don't know. You went blank.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Do you see me?
Hmm.
Do you see me also?
Yes.
Okay, yes. But these are fictions. A fiction. Now that's not a true story. It's a fiction. And why I want this film so bad? Because before I had my stroke, I remember I was driving trucks and I was upset. I was upset because you might remember this one particular lady. She was hung in Texas. I can't remember her name at the time because that stroke brain come on me. They claim she hung herself, but they hung her, and I was so upset. And I remember I was going to work that night. I was depressed, and I never forgot. My wife told me. She looked me in the face, and she said, "Ralph, the Lord said, 'Vengeance is mine,' says the Lord." And when she said that, everything in me just fell out of me. Sandra Bland's,
Hmm.
that's her name, and it touched me because I have a heart for people even I don't know. I don't care what nationality they are. People are people.
Right.
It's just that what I'm just saying to you is this: it was this a family received money. They think they can pay you a few $1 million. It's pushed under the rug. They fired the one cop. But when we all gonna learn valuable money can't buy life, just like it can't buy love.
Right.
So that's where I'm at right now in my life. I am so blessed. I'm really so blessed. Some people say they're blessed, but I'm truly blessed
Yes, you
because
are.
God, I'm comfortable. I'm retired now. You
Yes, because
know,
I remember you driving trucks and on the phone with me on the truck, and I'm like, okay, yes, yes, on the
hey, I was
phone trying to tell me what to do. Yes, he would be in his truck calling me, trying to tell me what to do, like my big brother, of course. Yes, that's what he
um,
would do. But I often think back. So many people have been in my life, associated, but then there were those who really were impactful. And with
Hmm.
you, I mean, anytime I called you to come make people laugh at an event for me, you would stand up on the stage and make the people laugh until I can get stuff going. So I just want
No.
to tell you, thank you.
Ah, what a big brother for a little sister
But I
anyway.
mean, you didn't have to do it. That's what I'm saying. You didn't have to do
Oh,
it. Then during this day and age, people, a lot of people, they don't want to do anything unless you're giving them money or whatever. You never asked me for a dime.
oh,
Never asked me for a
no.
dime. But you were willing to do that. And so I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you.
Ooh, I feel that. I
And you
feel that.
blessed because you have blessed me. I already know that. Yeah.
I told you, you blessed me by, I've just seen how you raise your kids. They was young when I met them,
Yeah,
and
they was,
I
yeah.
can't believe it.
Mhm.
God, they grown folks. How you feel? You look so young. I
I
can't
feel
get over
good.
you.
I feel really good.
Look good.
I'm
You,
at peace.
I'm so happy. Yeah, did you say peace?
I'm at peace.
Oh my God.
I'm at peace.
Oh my. Yeah. I've been tickled pink about this interview. I said, I was telling Jackie, I said, I cannot wait till my girl get me up there. I can't wait to see her. God, we live like, oh my God, you so busy. I ain't like
I,
calling you anymore. See, you're busy. I know you are. I try to get you late and you get home, you tired,
yes,
probably eating a
right.
tuna,
I am.
which
I
probably
know. But
see.
I remember I saw a photo of us recently when you had the studio set up at your house. You were gonna do this little talk show. You remember when I was there? You were gonna interview me.
Yes,
Still have
I
the
done the
photo of
show.
us in the little studio in your garage. And I still remember you told me one day, you said, that's when my daughter was real young. And you said, that girl, her art gonna go somewhere. I'll never forget you saying that. You looked at one of her pictures, you said, Marcy, her art is going somewhere.
Yes, that girl was so talented at that age.
Yeah, and
Man,
look, now she has her own business and she's doing well.
what?
Yeah, see, I didn't tell you that much.
What?
I didn't tell you that much.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot, sis. Oh, business.
Yeah.
You was the best mom. You're so patient, and you let them be independent. I know it's how
That
you do.
that's
A lot of people
that's
don't.
a must. I know a lot of parents have a hard time with that, but that's something that to me is freedom. Everybody should have a freedom to create, to be who they are. And so, yes, I want my children to be independent thinkers, independent learners.
Well, look at their mom. Look at their mom.
Well, yeah, I'm free.
All I
I tell you that
is
ain't any day I'm free. Yes, I'm
I can't get
free.
over you,
Thank the Lord I'm
man. You
free.
free.
Yes, I
And
am.
I saw you recently. You still have a class of children. You're still dealing with a lot of kids, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I guess that's your story.
It is.
That's-
Well,
You're here for
now, now my story is changing. It is, but
really.
it's all for God's glory. But
Thank.
I know I am now to be more of an advocate for the children,
Mm,
for the children. Yes, I've been that in the classroom, but it needs to go beyond the classroom at this hour because
mm.
the children, their voices need to be heard. And sometimes their voices are not heard unless there's a person that can mediate and liaison. So that is what I am going to do.
Really?
Yes,
That's deep.
yes.
How old are the kids in your class? What's the ages?
Well, they're kindergarten through fifth grade. So you're looking at 5 to 11, 10, 11.
Now, at 11 years old, I can do something with those kids. I used to do
I know.
skits in California, and they'll love it. They'll love it. It was I did skits, and people thought it was impressive. Wow, you got me to do this, and kids, we don't give kids enough credit. They're really
Right?
smart.
Yes, very, very.
They can teach us things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, can you
I
let's
mean,
talk about that a little bit since you gave me the segue in there. How do you believe the arts plays a part in how a person is whole? How does
now
the
say
art
that
make
again.
a whole individual? How do the arts play a part in?
The hearts in art. See, the hearts can come with any many different factors. It can be in music, singing, dancing, acting. When you say arts, it's a variety.
Right.
And I'm gonna use the part I do mostly. I like especially younger kids because I want them to look someone in the face
Hmm.
and they can speak for themselves. Because a lot of times we see kids and when you see them at school, in the streets, and the stores, but no one really know what's going on at the home.
Right.
And when it comes out and somebody, engage with them and they go like, wow. Because I had so many kids and I never forgot teaching acting in California because I used to always pray. And I remember the kids and the parents be there the first day and I say, listen, Mr. Smith, he can't hug anybody because he got a bad back. Because they were no problem. I say, but see this hand? When I give you a high five, that means you did great. The kids go through and they feel so proud. They be looking to hit my hand and I pretend like I'm hurting. Ow. They think it's funny. But, you know, I think the problem with kids these days, we're not letting them be kids anymore.
Right.
They're growing up so fast.
Mm,
And then we say things like, oh, that's cute. But it's not always cute.
not always.
Like I said, I have 13 grandkids. I'm so glad. I guess I instilled it in my kids. I don't know what happened, but they don't post them on Facebook. I don't because I have 7 granddaughters, 6 grandsons, and 1 great granddaughter.
Mm.
And listen to me, I I rather see death for any one of them, and my kids also, because I feel like they have to live and they can offer a lot of things, and we just don't understand. It may sound corny when I say this. You heard the song "Children Are Our Future," but they really are.
They really are.
It's just that they make future at babies.
Mhm.
They doing got them doing things. So, what I'm saying to you, the arts, as you said earlier, it give a child, a young person, confidence in themselves. They can do anything. Don't tell your child you're gonna hurt yourself. Example, how you always treated your kids. I used to watch you talk to your kids. And I say, and what are you gonna do? I see you talking to your daughter. It's like, what are you gonna do now? It's like, wow, you're not even. I got intimidated. Oh Lord, I hope she don't ask me. And they do it. And I tell you, you are strong and you raise your single parent. You did a wonderful job. And I just got to say this. I think somebody said this yesterday. They said a woman can't raise a son. Guess what? A man can't always raise a son neither.
Woo!
It takes, but hey, it go both ways
Oh my God.
because the man thinking, well, a man should do this and do that. No, a man first should serve God first.
Yes.
And because you're a human being first, a man or a woman second, and then that woman, a man of God, and that's why when I get in kids, I just love, I breaks the ice and let them know the cookie things that they do. A lot of times kids feel bad and you say, how you do that voice again? No, they're gonna laugh at me. To get to the point, let a kid know, say, you know what? It's okay if they laugh.
Mhm.
But next they gonna want to be next thing want to be sad. Next thing gonna laugh. They say it's like what? Yes. It's like this the thing I say. There's 500 people in the audience. Everybody say they love you, but only one out there says they all lied to you. They're laughing at you. And who you think that one is? That one is yourself.
Mm,
You, yourself. And that's what I want. I love to give kids. I want to build them up, let them look a person in the eye and said, no, no. I've learned that from someone. Somebody say, if you want to see the other side of someone, tell them no.
mm.
Oh
And
my God, you got me talking to myself. What I'm doing? I'm gonna put this book down. I've written all this stuff down. Okay.
but it's just it's just what it is. The arts, not only for kids, but for us adults. It is
Everybody.
it's everybody. Everybody needs some type of form of expression that you can express yourself through. And guess where that comes? Through the arts.
Mm,
Through the arts.
exactly.
And so, like you've expressed how you feel, what where your passion lies through short film
Yes.
and comedy.
Mm,
I mean,
laughter.
you laugh at life. You laugh when you could be crying.
Mm,
And laughter is
yeah,
good medicine, you know?
it is.
So, we just need to look differently at how we are not, let's say that, allowing our children to be who they are through the arts.
Mm,
And
exactly.
I know some parents might be saying, but I can't pay that money for them to go to dance and go to art. Oh, all you need is a radio and your living room floor or outside
Okay.
to do dance. All you need is a stick and dirt to draw. So you've got to be creative as a parent.
Mhm.
You take that camera, Raffel, and do you go to an immaculate place to film? No. You just use your neighborhood. You use what's in your hand. That's what I'm saying. To create. Let your children
Mhm.
use what's in their hands to create and in their minds and imagination. And you will see how your children and how you
Yes.
develop and grow as a person. However,
Mm.
the creative process is a brain building thing.
You should be an activist for kids. You're
Oh,
strong.
I am.
I'm. I know you should be. You're right there. And but everybody, you can get your cell phone as you're saying. Everybody film. You see the internet sensation people are doing in movies now, singing, dancing, comedy, all different kind of things. My wife and I did a skit. It was funny as heck, you know. But what I'm saying, well, we do a lot of things. But my thing is, I believe, like the old folks said when I was raised, they said only time you've been in down, you should be helping someone up and
Mm.
not kicking. And today you see people out there with wrong people sleeping. Some old folks say, if you lay down with dogs, you're gonna come
Get
up
up
with.
with fleas.
And they got another thing. And you lay down with the wrong person, you don't come up with fleas. You come up with
Disease.
disease.
Oh, I hadn't heard. I hadn't heard. Lord,
Exactly.
now Raphael, listen here. Before you and I can go on and on, but before we get off here, I want you to tell the audience what's next for Raphael Smith.
You know, um, as I said earlier, there's a film I'm working on, and I'm gonna tell you something. The Valiant Victorian, and it's gonna be about 40 people, and it's gonna be that one particular actor, this young man I'm looking for. Look like about 16, 17, grandparents. siblings. Well, not so much siblings, but aunts and uncles and family. This gonna be a big film, this Battle of Victorian, because this what God gave me. I know the script right here, and I even written the script out, and I'm looking for folks. That's why I'm listening to you about your kids, and it's okay. They're a little too young, but I can see extras and doing certain things. When a kid, when the kids see themselves, as I said earlier, they be like, "Wow, I could do anything." Because I'm gonna give a real quick story. Two of those young people I used, they was both 10 years old.
Mhm.
The one you seen, oh, you didn't see that one. It's called The Abuse. The young man was, he was like 10. Now he's graduated from high school. He's going to college for theatrical, and had a guy before him, 10 years before him. He already graduated, have a degree in theatrical. So I'm like, well, I must be doing something good. So you're giving them a dream, you know. So, and I had people send me pictures from years ago. They say, "See this person on stage, and it's all because of you." Oh my God! I'm like, oh, I'm so touched. They said I was so shy. You brought it out of me. I was like, wow, that's a blessing.
It is.
This is a part of their lives. So that's what it all come down to. It's not even about you and about me. It's about the kids, you know, and that's what we're here for, because we're not promised for the day of tomorrow. But I am working on that film, and that's what, when Lionsgate opened up at TV 1061, you know, Felix is the producer, I'm the assistant producer. And I'm gonna tell you something, we are moving. Oh, and don't forget to catch me on the men's talk show Kings.
And how can
So
they get that? Where do they go to watch that podcast?
well, they're gonna go. As I'm speaking to you, I'm actually cheating my cheat sheet over here. I can look at the phone, and where is it? You know, never come. We really need it, right? Um, no, you can go. You can go. I tell you what, you can always do update and send it out, right?
Hmm.
The information.
Hmm.
Good. That's good, because I'll be looking, giving you something else. I've been giving you my mama number or
You
something.
know
You
what?
know.
Y'all, let me tell you something. You know what took us so long to get on this podcast today? Him. So
How you say
just listen.
her?
Just give me audience. I will make sure that I put the information in here. You don't have to tell me tonight, Raphael. I will get the information and put it in there.
Thank you so much, sis. See that's what I'm talking about. Sisters got your back. Oh, gotta give you one of my voice impressions.
Okay, give us a voice impression. You got to do that. Who is this going to be tonight?
Oh God, I know a few of them. I know a bunch of them really. I could be the old man.
Back in 1945, I've traveled this world, and all my life I've seen the same thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Bernie wants to say something. Want to say something, Bernie? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You know I love you, little sister. Baby girl, you know I love you. You gonna always be my baby girl. You still working at Popeye? Because you know you got five fried chicken.
Bernie
Oh
Mac.
man. He said Bernie Mac. The Mac
Bernie,
Man is
the
five.
Mac man. Lord have mercy. Y'all see what I mean? What can I say? Want a good laugh? I could pick up my phone and call him if I wanted. Because
Oh
he would
man.
deliver every time. Now, Raphael, you must leave a point to ponder. What would you like the audience to ponder on?
You know, I want you to think about, and it's sad to say this, and it's a good thing, it's a bad. You remember when COVID hit? We didn't even know where we was at. We was losing people left and right. I mean, we would 20 years ago, they said we in the last days, but the last days are here. So we got to be accountable for what we do today. I always believe God sits high, but He looks low.
Mm.
And when He wakes us up, that's a privilege
It is.
to make up what you did yesterday, to make it better. And people might have done you something But think about something that you've done to someone else, and you have to forgive, and you gotta not be the victim and carrying that torch around. You gotta move and say, you know, I'm not gonna be the victim anymore. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna smile.
Mhm.
So pondering it, well, I can just tell you guys, listen to me. Every day the light come, the sun come up. Just say thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for this day because you could be went home yesterday, and the Bible says the grave is silent. God don't hear it. So while you got breath in your body, just call someone. Say I forgive you, even when they know they was wrong, they don't accept it. But you did what you had to do, and you're gonna be a lot better. I
Mhm.
hope that's something to ponder on.
Yes, it is. Amen. So, Ralph, thank you so much for talking to your sister today.
I love you,
I
babe.
love
I
you.
can't make it kind of crooked.
And audience, like I say every week, if you would like to be a guest on the Connecting Point, reach out to me at drmarcyts@gmail.com, or you can go to the website at Dr. Marcy's Connections, fill out a form, or even join the Connecting Point for Creators group on Facebook. Roth, oh, this way. Roth is a member of the Connecting Point as well on Facebook. It's just a point of contact for creators of all kinds to network, promote what they're doing or what others are doing, and receive daily inspiration to make it in this life as a creator. If that sounds like something you'd like to do, reach out, send a request to join, and we'd love to have you. This show airs on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and what else, Rob? Instagram TV.
Oh,
You
Instagram.
you
Oh, you
can
gonna make me?
you can also get it on Wednesday nights on KBC and TV, Spotify, and Anchor. All I ask is that you share so that others will be inspired. All right,
Mm.
audience. Until we get this moment again, peace and blessings. Bye bye. Love you, Ralph.
Bye, baby.
Bye bye. I am here to invite each of you to share your amazing stories with me and the global audience. What does that mean? Well, that means I'm looking for testimonies of the goodness of God and what He's done for you that you know will inspire and uplift others and transform lives. If that sounds like you, please reach out to me at drmarcyts@gmail.com, or you may go to the website, Dr. Marcy's Connections, and fill out a form. Simple as that. Let's go ahead and share our testimonies with the world because this is the year of the testimony. I'm looking for you. Go ahead now. Let's connect.